La leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here's we are as again. The Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretary. That's what we like to call ourselves and use, all of us, everyone's. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of hers and histories on this our homes and all our planets, past, present, futures in contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as including ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become pantheons above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all of the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and Arrowways, all the females and males, all the souls that God has created, incarnated, past, present, futures, can be reunited back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact on this and all our planets for heavens on all earths. Now, does that in any way suggest that we're trying to usurp the ever-lovings, ever-living's authorities and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations, in all sustainings, including us and all that we know as and have ever known and shall ever known, past, present, and futures, including all our families and communities, all the females reparatively use of the divine feminines, and all the females and males equally use reparatively with the I in it, spelled with the I in it, reparative of the reparatively of the divine feminines and the masculines, all the masculines equally use, and therefore we also says namaste, the divines within us greets the divines within, and of course all the flora and fauna that God has given us to co-steward and appreciates, and so we say namaste, the divines within us greets the divines within you and all, and we say mikotuyo orasin, mikotuyo kosefer, we are all related to the any's and alls, and everyone's related. So we've got some helpers here, and because we know is that we are all related, we cans and shells and cans and shells and cans comes together again back and forth and circles, times, and balance and contact. And we also says the lights within us greets the lights within you and alls. Comingsz and Pax, Bahava l'chaim shalom, Sol salam, Mir pace, Chin Kwe, namaste, as we already said, merci, Shlandevad, Chus, Ciao, Das Vidanya, Sayonara, lots more languages on this and all our planets and beyond this planet because space-time is not linear. And we also, therefore, call ourselves other names, such as co-white calf buffalo women's, co-changing women's, co-Iroquois, goddess clan mothers, in fact, co-sister casinas and co-cousin brothers of the clans and gens. We call ourselves co-Daganach, co-Kalaki, co-Imamamadi, co-Avlash Kusiras, co-Kwanyas Buddhas, co-Zershans, co-Orishas and Yamayas, let's put that right at the beginning, and co-Zershans, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Now, don't let that word Christ intimidate you. The word Christ in ancient language just simply translates to anointed. Anointed to do what? Greatest kindness and wisdom, reunited back and forth in certain times now cosmically in balance. And therefore, we call ourselves other names, such as co-Estelarians and co-Estelarians. Well, we call ourselves co-Philanthropy in new terms. We call ourselves co-Cupids and co-Psyches and Eros, co-Estelarians and co-Estelarians, co-Astralians and co-Astralians, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is the 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, the Magdalens and Nazarenes equally use, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally use reparatively, and connected them to their ancient heritages, especially of Atlantis. So we include also, of course, Thrace and Ubuntu back and forth to mitochondrial leaves, before theft and dirties, Vedics, Druidics, and all the continents and beyond, because space-time is not non-linear and now cosmically, so that we call ourselves very real stargates, Atlantis of all holy lands and sacred earths risen, of reborns and activities and always risen springs, young adults and all of us, and also, therefore, the last that shall be first go first teams, very real stargate and Star Trek, Purdy Peace Cultures for Heavens on this and all earths. Past, present, futures in contact now. It sounds like a daunting task to currently to open the Stargate and the Akashic records for reborn, risen humanities, but actually easily accomplished via the New One Golden Rule, which you can read at 5050now.wordpress.com. And just next to it, read the leaf and the steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us and thus so. So you also see a page on the website called Among the Representatives. Use, and use, because use, choose, cans, and shells, and cans joins us in becoming Equinoxtrueqsz Co-Secretary General, Several. The only issue we get considered on whether or not he's silly and stupid or lose our incarnations, this is planet, and have to do this again from somewhere else in the universe according to our doings of good and not so good karmically. But actually, we believe we can and shall accomplish this here as now in conjunction with others watch our list. And you can see our names and pictures there. And can't say all of them. We'll say some of them. We start cheating lovingly, and we'll include yours too with picture frames to symbolize them. We also have, of course, our start genealogically and genealogically with our great and grandmothers, first go first, and then all of the sister cousines, past, present, futures, all of our generations of women's, and then equally, especially now, so essentially, our younger generations of females and males. Elohaz and Elohims, Eli circles and always. We'll say some of the names, because we'll say some of them. We say, of course, you're going to say Queen Esther and all the Iroquois, God's clan mothers, and their close sister cousin, called cousin brothers. We have, of course, all the white calf buffalo women, and that includes, and more recently, of course, in the Iroquois, we have, of course, Lydia Costanza, Barbara Herschel's, and currently Virginia and Olivia Gondry New Times, and of course, we have our co-white calf buffalo women, especially Myrtle Rosemary and Pearl, and especially Mom Patricia Sunflowers, and equally Martha and Myrtles and Sophie, and Lauren and Lucia Crickets and Lilies, and then, of course, we have our Ubuntu families. We have our Mabels and Belindas, and we have Joanne's and Anne's, and we have Leon Gaggies and lots more there, and of course, and Sislins and Clarice's, lots more there, and then we have, of course, and Moore's, and we have our Light families. We have our Bonnie's and Sylvie's, lots more there, and we have our Aspiring families, and Hannah's and Ellen's, lots more there, and currently, and of course, especially near center to our branch and our hearts, our reintertwined Magdalens and Algerines, our Venetians and Mayans, and that's Australian Libertia and Australian, equally so as Terry and Radiant Rain is Terry, traveling back and forth circles. I'm Claire, Jubilant, Jacqueline, Precious Internet, Mr. Rose, Marie, Grandma Proper, Grandma Nut, all the greats restored, Grandma Dorothy's teaching the lanes, all the lessons of the wizardesses and wizards of they were all hearts, and Barbara and lots more there, and we have Lynn and Leon and Gaia, and Jetty and Leon of the family, Gaia family, and we have Rachel, Stargates families. We have our current generations of females. We have our Esther's and Rachel's and Anne-Marie's and Julie Anne-Marie's equalies and Barbara's and Dia's divines. And we have our Jenny's, lots more there, and of course our younger generations. We have our April's, Arisen, Rose, Arisen, Argentines, all the predicting the Edith, did I say, Lighting Leaves, of course, and Hesper's and Wells, Six and Stars, so much Twenties, especially our beloved Vanessa's, Sally, beloved, and Vanessa Sally, and Harlan, this is Wesley's equalies, and equalies Hadas and Gretel, Lee and Ross, Bench and John, Blessed Rose, Moore's are Comingsz, very, always yes, always A's, generally, always all relatedly sins, la leche, parity, not patriarchy, past, present, futures, ever ye's blessings.